Good morning, Wizarding Wands and Mickey Ears friends. I am here at Disneyland Paris. I'm heading on down to the the early entry, and I'm gonna wait in line for a little bit to get in, but then I will restart this video once I am inside the park and take you on a walk with me around the park. I'm so excited, it's so gorgeous. It's a little bit of a chilly morning, but it's a gorgeous day, bright and sunny. It'll be a beautiful day for a video. So see you in a few moments.
Good morning. This is Jennifer from Wizarding Wands and Mickey Ears. Thank you for joining me today. I've got you with me here at Disneyland Paris.
So we are at Disneyland Paris for a few days, and I thought that I would take you on a walk with me around the park. It is first thing in the morning. We are staying at Disneyland Newport Bay Club, which is one of the Disneyland Paris hotels, and because of that, we have early entry. So these are the early entry crowds, and I wanted to take you on a walk with me during early entry because the parks will be packed later. But it's the Easter holidays here, and so it's the week before Easter. It's the first week in April, and it's been getting busy. But first thing in the morning is wonderful, and then it seems like a lot of people are leaving this park after the parade, and everybody is watching Mickey and Minnie right now. So I'm gonna turn around in a second here and show you Mickey and Minnie waving to everybody this morning. There you go, Mickey. Le monde qui s'illumine. Whoa. I feel like this song is so catchy. It's the 30th anniversary of Disneyland Paris. It's actually 31. Disneyland Paris opened, 92. So April 92. And so the 30th anniversary started April 2022, but it is going for 18 months through September this year, 2023. Oh my goodness, this castle is so beautiful. The coloring and the way the sun hits it, it's just majestic. Le monde qui s'illumine. Oh my goodness. It's so funny. I just feel like there's so many things about being in this park that remind me of Disney World circa 2010. It's just a little old school in some ways, in wonderful nostalgic ways. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. So we have been here, this is day number 4 for us. We are actually leaving tomorrow, but the weather wasn't fantastic when we first got here. On that first day I wanted to take some video, but we did have a little bit of rain and it all cleared up, and we've had some just amazing days here in the parks. Again, because it's a busy time, Disneyland Park here has been closing at 11, and that means that the fireworks show, illuminations, fireworks, projections, you name it, that's at 11, and then Walt Disney Studios Park closes at 10. They've got a very short show that they're doing right now, which is Avengers Power of the Night, which is incredible with drones, and that is at 10 o'clock, and so you're usually out of there by about 10:15 or so. But then we've been getting up shortly after 6 and getting to breakfast by 7-ish to get to the parks right when they open and take advantage of this amazing early hour. So we will spend more time in the castle in a little bit here, but I'm going to head on over to Discovery Island with you, or Discoveryland. I just love these fun art installments. They're fascinating. Spent way too much time watching them. We were walking past Plaza Gardens restaurant. This restaurant has character breakfast and character dinner, a little bit later on for dinner. And then they have a non-character meal as well in the middle of the day. And we had dinner about 4:15 there yesterday. And it was actually really nice. It's a buffet. And they had, quite a few wonderful options. Their desserts were incredible. I don't know. I'm not usually a huge dessert person. I feel like a lot of buffet desserts are, just fine. But they were great. So really enjoyed that. So here we go in Discoveryland. Now here in Disneyland Paris, their Space Mountain is Hyperspace Mountain. And Hyperspace Mountain actually has a Star Wars overlay right now, and it's been this case for years and years. And it's the best Space Mountain. It's incredible. But something very important for you to know if you are fans of the other Space Mountain rides is that Hyperspace Mountain does go upside down. It is a 360 attraction, so just be prepared. You've got wonderful, actually very comfortable shoulder harnesses. So here we're looking at Orbitron is actually right in front of us. And of course we're walking into the sun. Probably should have gone the other direction. And then of course, we've got Autopia. Autopia is not open for early morning hours, but it's open the rest of the day. It's super fun at night. There's just something about the lighting. Love Autopia at night. And there's quite a bit under construction over here, so I'm not going to go all the way back to Mickey's PhilharMagic is all the way back to the right there. I'm just going to come on over to Hyperspace Mountain so you can get a feel for this. But it's a fantastic ride. Highly recommend it. And these early morning hours are so wonderful. You're walking right on. And the truth is, our experience has been on this trip that later on at night, the parade comes through at 5:30, probably gets through the hub a little after 6 or so, and then seems to be a mass exodus from the park after that. And so after 6, I mean, 6 is actually a really good time to come in for the evening, and the lines for the rides seem to dwindle from there. So Last time we were here as a family, it was, you know, American Thanksgiving week, which is not, you know, an overly busy week to travel. Very comparable weather, actually. Maybe a little bit warmer than. It's in Fahrenheit, mid-30s right now. It's going to get up to almost 60 today. First week in April. So it's a little chilly, but it's still great. And then Star Tours also isn't open yet for early entry. But I wanted to be sure to bring you on back over here to Star Tours. Say hi to Eve and Wally. Bonjour. Oh, yummy. Hey, look, I guess I'm gonna get a picture with Minnie. Right beyond Minnie is Discoveryland Station. That's one of the stops for the train. So, bonjour, Minnie. You're hiding. Can I do a little selfie video? Yeah. Let's see if I can get this. Let's see if we can get you. Good morning. What are you doing here so early?
Rise and shine. She's ready for the day.
You're all by yourself. Vous êtes toute seule ici.
Thank you so much, Minnie, for saying hi. Can I have a hug? Ooh.
Of course you can.
Thank you. Have a lovely day. Bonjour. Au revoir. Merci.
Have a good day.
You too. Oh, that was the cutest. I'm such a nerd. It's so funny. Usually there are great long lines for the characters, for the meet and greets. So Minnie's got an early morning going on. All right, so here is Videopolis. Videopolis is it's a theater and quick service restaurant, and I don't know if it's open yet, but it's wonderful. They have entertainment in this huge theater space, and so it's a great place to grab a bite to eat. Mostly just burgers, nothing fancy. But I believe it is still closed. I might pop in to see. I'll try to pop in and see if it might be open. I just love the theming. Like it's probably not open yet. Oh, we can get in, at least get some video of it. Well, how wonderful. The indoor space is open. And so you can see burgers. They have a QR code for mobile ordering. And then this is a huge theater space. So they have different shows here, and all kinds of table space. So nice little option right here in Discoveryland. I'm so glad those doors were open. I just love this space. All right. So here in Disneyland Paris, coming from the States, I have a lot of folks who ask me if it's possible to function. I'm only speaking English here. Absolutely, though it is very kind if you can. You know, say bonjour, au revoir, merci. So bonjour, hello, au revoir, goodbye, merci, thank you. Just some simple words for greeting. And here we've got Buzz. Buzz here is much like the Buzz in Disneyland versus Disney World. I can't seem to do well at all with this one. If I have to pick up the laser blaster, I'm toast. I'm so much better if it's just attached like at Disney World. But still a ton of fun. One thing that I find interesting in the attractions here is that they often alternate between English and French. So all of the narration it's not all in French. You do have English and French narration. The pre-shows for things like Tower of Terror, Star Tours, you'll go in one time and it will be English with French subtitles. You go in the next time, it's French with English subtitles. And so you can definitely understand what's happening. And especially if you are a Disney fan and already know the attractions, then you know what's happening there too. Oh, another view of this beautiful castle. What a gorgeous castle. All right, so we are going to go over to the right now here and enter into Fantasyland. And as I go in this direction, there's actually a stage over to the side of the castle here. Instead of being in front of the castle, it's off to the side. And so this is where you'll see your castle entertainment is over here, off to the side. Also over here in Fantasyland, just to the right of It's a Small World, is where the parades step off. So they come from over here near Small World, go down Main Street, and then they go around the gazebo. If you remember the gazebo when we walked in, they go around that space and then out. So the different direction than the Disney World parade. So it's just interesting to see what the layouts are like and how the parades happen. Small World is also under refurbishment at this time. We're missing it by a little bit. I think it's supposed to be open by the end of this month. But I love the walls. Even the refurb walls are all Small World. So we're passing, of course, cute themed restrooms, as only Disney does. We've got a quick service restaurant here that is more Italian themed. So Pizzeria Bella Notte. Ooh. My hands are a little cold. I did have my gloves on. I took them off. I probably should have left them on. It's a little bit of a chilly morning. So right over here to the right is where the parades will step off. Come past the castle, down Main Street. All right. One of the things I just love about the different Disney parks are seeing the similarities and the differences. And one of them here that is a lot of fun is this whole park, Disneyland, has several little walk-through areas that are just themed areas that you walk through. Not necessarily mazy, some of them are a little mazy, but just they give you something to do that isn't a ride where you've got some extra entertainment. One of those is Alice's Curious Labyrinth, so we will walk in that direction. Over to the right here is the Princess Pavilion. Princess Pavilion opens at the park opening time, so it'll open at 9:30 today, which is the park opening time, but those lines are already starting. Every morning when we've been here early, those lines have started just about as soon as the early entry. Folks are ready to meet their princesses. Yeah, I'm gonna keep walking this direction. There's so much to see. I wanna show you everything. I know I'm gonna miss something. I apologize in advance. But here we have Alice's Curious Labyrinth. And you can actually walk up into that castle. It's tight. It's definitely designed for smaller people. You can walk up into it as an adult, but it's a little tight. There is a fun little photo spot over here. I love it. We've got a bunch of photos from over there. And then here is the entry to Alice's Curious Labyrinth. And then we just walked past the teacups. And the Mad Tea Party is actually also under refurbishment, sadly, or not so sadly to me right now. But this one to me is more reminiscent of the one in Disneyland as well, just with the decor and the covering. But it's absolutely adorable. All right. Of course, Dumbo. All right. There are so many paths around. I feel like this park was built very well to absorb crowds, with many different ways to get between different directions that you're going around the lands. And the walkways are just a little bit wider in a lot of places than the US parks, or the US Disney World or Magic Kingdom, Disneyland parks, the more original ones, which is very nice. Oh man. And of course, as to be expected, there is just all of the shopping. There is so much shopping to be done. One tip if you are coming here from the States is to make sure that any credit card that you are using does not have an international exchange fee. Lots of cards do, lots of cards don't. You'll want to check with your card that they will just charge you the exchange rate without any additional fees. I'm going to come back through here in a bit to show you some of the other rides that were on the other side of the carousel, but we need to go into the castle. Well, it's not too busy here yet. Because this castle's amazing. It's got a couple of very fun walk-through areas that you just have to see. So, this isn't a castle that you just pass by. It is an attraction in and of itself. So, let's go on in. Oh boy. All right. So right out in that direction, of course, is the front of the park. But we are going to go here to the Galerie de la Belle au Bois Dormant. So the Sleeping Beauty story is up here. All right. And there are storybooks around with the story of Sleeping Beauty. It is possible actually to go outside over here. There you go. And be on a balcony in the castle. How fun is this? It's a great view.
What is this?
And it does go around. So, won't show you the whole way around because there's some things that I would like to show you downstairs. Let's see if we can come through here. Yep. So you'll get to see it when you come to Disneyland Paris. All right, and I'm gonna have to look down at these stairs so that I don't trip down the spiral staircase. There are a couple of shops here. There's a Christmas shop that looks like it may not be open yet. Let's see if this one, Boutique Ouverte, shop is open. So here's a shop. It's a glass shop. Cool. Oops. No, ce n'est pas ouvert. It's not open. Bummer. Well, then we will walk out front in this direction. So you can get a feel for the front of the castle. Lots of wonderful photo spots. And more of this metal art of the characters. It's just gorgeous. I love the Merida one with all the hair. Alrighty. We've got Maleficent. Alright, so I'm going to walk back into Fantasyland and we'll come back to the castle in a little bit here, because there's one more space that you absolutely have to see. I'm bummed that it's not open yet, so look at this view. How fun is that? I love the trees. They're perfect from the original Sleeping Beauty story. It's just, they're so fun. The detail is astounding. Alrighty. So hopefully everything is all open and we can head back into Fantasyland. Yep, we're all set. Let's see here. Well, you know, that side isn't open, but this one is. Let's see here. Oh yes. This is what I wanted to show you. Say hello. Cannot tell a lie. That's a little intimidating when you're down here by yourself. There are actually normally 3 entrances to this space. One in front, one back there. We will head back that direction. And then directly up these stairs is that shop I wanted to go through. It's a glass shop. It looks like it's not open yet. But you walk into the shop, looks like a totally normal shop. It's very small. And you just head to the back. You can actually see the doors right through there. So it's just a very small glass shop. Looks like they're opening it right now, actually. And you come on down, you go all the way through the shop, you come on down, and here you are, visiting our friend. This is just ridiculous. So this castle is its own attraction. And it's incredible. So, again, La Tanière du Dragon. It's the dragon's dungeon. And now we are going to enter back into Fantasyland. My goodness. I feel like I've spent a lot of time walking around already and we haven't even hit a large portion of the park, so I'll try to walk a little bit faster to get to show you a little bit more here. So right here we have Blanche-Neige, Snow White. And most of these smaller attractions open with the posted park opening time, so in just about 20 minutes or so now, I think. So we are passing Blanche-Neige, and then we have Pinocchio. Very cute flat rides. And then, as to be expected, the lines are insane for Peter Pan back here. I think that's just the way things work at Disney. So Peter Pan does open with early entry, and the lines are crazy from the very beginning of the day. So we actually, on our first full day, we used Premier Express. So here at Disneyland Paris, their fast pass system, if you will, is the Premier Express, and you can purchase each ride individually, or you can purchase a day pass. The day pass is one time per ride. I believe the list is 14 rides or so, and it is not inexpensive. I think we paid the equivalent to about $160 per person, and we did spend all day going on rides. We took a little bit of a break to go to the mall, came on back, and we probably should have just stayed here. We were exhausted. We tried to do all the things, you know, as one does when you don't get to go to a certain location very often, but we were able to make it to all the rides. But I'm glad we did that, because that was our ride day. It was our day where we focused on all of the different rides that we wanted to go on. Then yesterday we focused more on shows, because they have incredible shows here at Disneyland Paris. And again, here's another walkthrough area that's great. But of course I need to show you where Pirates is. Pirates is great here too. It's a little bit different. You know, all of them are a little bit different. And I feel like if you are used to the other Pirates rides, this one keeps going when you think it's going to end. Very much like at Blue Bayou at Disneyland Park, Captain Jack's restaurant, Restaurant des Pirates, Restaurant of Pirates, is in the ride for Pirates. So it's a really neat place to eat. The menu didn't really appeal to me. It hasn't really appealed to me, so we haven't actually eaten there. One thing that I really love here are the cast member outfits are committed. I mean, like, your area, you know where they're working. So here we are in Adventure Isle. And Adventure Isle is a walk-through space. And I won't walk through it with you because it's all pretty dark. But there are caverns, there's different areas with stairs, and it's, you know, again, a bit of a maze. You can't really get lost once you get out, but you can go into Skull Rock and look outside. The eye is in Skull Rock, so definitely something I highly recommend. We have it, Davy Jones's locker. Skull Rock is in this direction. And then, of course, the pirate ship. So it's a great option if you're just looking to not be on rides, walk around a little bit. Maybe after you've gone on Indiana Jones over here. You need to walk it off a little bit. It's a nice option. So Indiana Jones is a roller coaster, and it again goes upside down. There's quite a bit of that here. So we're just gonna walk on back to Indiana Jones so you can get a feel for that. And then we're gonna head to Frontierland. It's a fun ride. It's a little bumpy. Feels a little bit more like an old school coaster. So, I mean, if you're not into coasters, then this, you know, I would skip Indiana Jones. But this is one where, you know, I take my earrings off. I'm always afraid they're gonna get stuck on something, or my like dangly earrings. But here is Indiana Jones and the Temple of Peril. So this is not for the faint of heart. This is a little bit of a harder coaster. Not too bad, but I mean, it's not Big Thunder. It's definitely a bigger coaster than Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. All right. Let's see here. I love it. Early in the morning, this is the best time to be here. I promise you it will be wall-to-wall people in just a few hours, so this is glorious. Disneyland Paris has several hotels. We are staying at Newport Bay Club, Sequoia Lodge, and Hotel New York, Art of Marvel, are all very close to Disney Village. You just walk right on through security, you're in Disney Village. The Disneyland Hotel that we were standing in front of when we first walked in is your premier resort. It's actually closed right now. I believe it's scheduled to reopen sometime late 2024. And it's gorgeous. It's sort of like your Grand Floridian of Disneyland Paris. But it's going through a full gut and, you know, refurbishment. So everything, they have already refurbed the outside, and they're still working on the interior spaces now, but the entire place was fully refurbed. So let's see, I think I will go around to the right here. If you're not familiar with the park, if you haven't looked at the map, it is possible, I think, to get a little bit turned around here. But once you know what you're looking for your wayfinding points. So here, you know, I'm walking past Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. But before I go in that direction, I'm just going to point you to the right here. There's a great little quick service restaurant called Cowboy Cookout Barbecue. It's not open late. It looks like it closes at 4:30. But I mean, if you're looking for a quick service, I highly recommend it. Just beyond that is the train station. So the Frontierland train station, and then it's where they're showing this amazing Lion King Festival of the Pride Lands? Rhythm of the Pride Lands show, which is a 30-minute, fully staged Lion King musical. Incredible, absolutely incredible. Again, highly recommended. We got in line. It's a huge theater. About 11:45-ish for a 12:15 show the other day, and I think we were just about the last people able to get in. And again, it's a busy time, but you definitely want to get there early for the shows. Looks like lots of people in line for Big Thunder. Of course, this is my favorite Big Thunder of the three that I've been on. So sorry Disney World, sorry Disneyland. Disneyland Paris wins with the Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. It's just that much better. You have to see it. It's a lot of fun. Here is one of the PhotoPass locations. If you are used to PhotoPass in the States, it's different here. You will get your PhotoPass card. I believe it's about maybe 75 euro, about $90, a little bit less than $90 if you buy it with a Disneyland Paris package. But it's ride photos, character photos, and then they have some magic shot spots that are all on the map. But they don't have roaming photographers. You don't have that whole lineup of folks in front of the castle. And so you're not going to get your hundreds of photos that you're used to. You know, at Disney World here, you might get a couple of dozen. It really depends on how long you're here, whether or not you're prioritizing character meets. But you know, we don't get here. My family doesn't get here very often. So we bought it because, I mean, we're going on the rides quite a bit. We met Thor a couple of times in Walt Disney Studios Park. And there's some fun at the Hero Training Station, Hero Training Academy. I can't remember exactly what it's called. But there are several meet and greet locations. They're all on the app, so you can see where those are. And they do, you know, sometimes have very long lines. So again, get there early or a little bit later, but be prepared for those lines. And if you see a short line, just jump in it. Because, you know, who did we see? Jafar had a short line the other day. Stitch had a crazy long line. So it really just kind of depends. But again, if you're here during a busy time, be prepared to wait in line for your characters. And I'm going to walk back in that direction in a minute here, but I had to bring you to Phantom Manor. Phantom Manor is the Disneyland Paris version of Haunted Mansion, but it's very different. The storyline is completely different. So again, you'll just have to come and see what that story is. We went on a couple of times, and I had read it before, but I couldn't quite fully recall it, so I cannot tell a lie. I definitely looked it up again on Wikipedia to make sure I was thinking about that correctly. And then, of course, right behind me is Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, the best Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Okay. So we're gonna head back. Oh, first thing in the morning. I know I've said it, I'll say it again. This is my favorite time in the parks before it gets crazy. We, like I had mentioned earlier, have been burning the candle at both ends, trying to take midday naps. Been more successful some days than others. But when you're trying to catch the fireworks at 11, and then trying to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning to make sure that you're ready to have a nice breakfast and you're in the parks for early entry, that doesn't leave a whole lot of time for rest. One thing I'll show you as we are headed out are the arcades. So on either side of Main Street, there are actually indoor walkways that are great for just managing crowds again. But this space right here, and I'm not gonna go through it because I want to show you some other things. This Thunder Mesa Express is basically your shortcut back to Main Street, the front of Main Street, not the front, but before you see the castle. So it's a really short walkway. You cut through all the crowds. No one's ever there. I'm not sure they really know that it's there, but it's a great little shortcut. And then this, I'm not going to walk up in it either, but this is a whole little fort that you can walk through, around, over. Legends of the Wild West, where you can walk all over and through this space. And it's fun. I mean, it's fun for kids to burn off some steam, to walk around, to explore a little bit. Goes all the way up there. All right. Man. So many little walkways here that I am going to go this direction. To show you one more little space that I walked past. It's between Frontierland and Adventureland. Or it's the entrance to Adventureland. Or this entrance, I guess, to Adventureland. There are several. But it has more of an Agrabah theme. There is actually also a buffet restaurant in here that is undergoing refurbishment. Sadly, I really wanted to eat there. But it'll still be under refurbishment a little bit longer. But here is the entrance to Adventureland. And so I won't go all the way into Adventureland, but I want to show you that there is this very easy to miss walkthrough experience. Le Passage Enchanté d'Aladdin. Aladdin. It's the story of Aladdin. Just neat with windows. So sort of like old school Marshall Fields windows that tell a story at Christmas. As a Chicagoan who is probably dating herself with the Marshall Fields windows. But yeah, just a really neat space to walk through. There's so many just little hidden gems that are easy to miss if you're not looking for them or if you are running from ride to ride. I know a lot of people, you know, I've heard say, gosh, I can do Disneyland Paris in a day. I think you're nuts. I mean, it's, again, other, you know, friends have asked, is it worth going for a day? And my answer is always, some Disney is better than no Disney, but you're only scratching the surface if you're here for a day. As I'd mentioned, we used our Premier Express Ultimate, which was basically the fast lanes for 14 or so rides. We started with early entry, and pretty much all we did that day was rides. So you just don't have enough time to do much else if you are focusing on rides. And there's a lot more to it, you know, that you've got your parades, you have your shows, character meet and greets. We did none of that day. It was ride. Started with early entry. So we will be here. We're staying for 4 nights. So we'll have 5 days. Our arrival day, none of us slept well on the plane. So coming from the States, took a red eye over and landed here, left home about 4:30 Central Time, landed here about 8 in the morning, Paris time, but that's 1 a.m. at home. So, you know, we didn't sleep very much at all on the plane. I probably got about an hour. So the first day here, we stayed up as late as we could, but it was rough. It was really rough. And so you don't really have the time to catch up if you want to get up the next morning and be in the parks So I think you just need more time. And we are staying at, so 3 of the Disneyland hotels. Here's another piece of that art. 3 of them have pools. And we're staying at one of them that does. They're indoor-outdoor pools, but at this time of year, they just have the indoor section open. But we're staying at Newport Bay Club. They have a pool. I fully intended to take advantage of the pool. Did I? Not yet. Maybe today. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Hotel Cheyenne is another lovely option. They don't have a pool. They're considered to be more of a value/moderate resort. Totally adorable. But they do not have a pool. And then there's Hotel Santa Fe, which is another cute option. Though Cheyenne was recently renovated, they now have air conditioning in all the rooms. Santa Fe does not. So, you know, I would wait to stay at Santa Fe until it's renovated. But here we are again. So we are back at Main Street. All of these folks, by the way, that we passed are waiting in line for Stitch. Stitch is meeting and greeting right over there. We're at the front of the park. Hello, beautiful castle. And this is one of the things I wanted to show you. So again, if you're familiar with Disney parks, here's Casey's Corner right in front of me. But instead of going down Main Street to get to the front of the park, I'm going to walk down this arcade. There's one on the other side as well. And it's just a wonderful place to walk through if it's cold, if it's rainy, if you're trying to escape the crowds. But you can enter the shops from either the Main Street side or right from here. And these aren't fully connected all the way through, so not quite like Disney World where you can walk all the way down, but the arcade is. So this is your easy space to walk through. There are restrooms back here as well. So good place for a little potty break. And then some extra shopping, just a little bit. So there's a lot to be seen here. This is just such a quick walk through. Ooh, we've got Pooh already taking a break. There's a meet and greet area for Winnie the Pooh right here. Oh. So cute. Here we are. Back at the front of the park.
Bedankt en we wensen jullie een fijne dag toe.
Alrighty. And here we are back at the front of the park. So I hope that you enjoyed this walk around Parc Disneyland, aka Euro Disney, aka Disneyland Paris, Disneyland Park. There's that beautiful castle again. Oh, that Sleeping Beauty castle. I have to say I was surprised when Disney World decided to change their coloring from the Cinderella castle coloring more to this Sleeping Beauty castle coloring. I have to admit though also as well that I like it. I didn't think I would like it at Disney World, but this is my favorite castle. And I haven't been to the Asian parks yet, but But I love it here. I absolutely love it here. So, here we go. Oh, one more thing of note. Unfortunately, it sounds like I've asked a few different places, they are no longer printing paper maps here. Oh, there's that music, that 30th anniversary music. Oh, I love it. They are no longer printing paper maps. And so they are really pushing you toward the app and then the QR codes with the map information. So be prepared for that. And then here is the iconic, here you leave today and enter worlds of history, discovery, and ageless fantasy. Because of course, those important placards when you are entering into the parks. And then right here again is the Disneyland Hotel. And hopefully it'll be open sometime 24, maybe early 25. They're definitely continuing work on it daily. But I've never stayed here before at the Disneyland Hotel, and it's on my list. So hopefully sometime in the not so distant future. But there's so much to see and do in this area. As I mentioned, we went to the mall. There's a mall one train stop away. Wanted to go and get some groceries. There's a grocery store. Went to Primark, spent not very much actually, but we spent time there and bought a few Disney things that were much more affordable there than here. One of my daughters found Mickey shoes. She's a teenager. They're like Chuck Taylors. So Mickey Chuckies. So you never know what you're gonna find. But there's more to do. If you think 2-3 days, sure, you can see enough. Maybe in 2 or 3 days. But again, we've got 4 nights, 5 days, and we're heading to Paris after this for several days. And my husband and I looked at each other and we're like, is there any way we could just pop back for a day? We haven't done everything we want to do yet. So, no, and we will not, because there's a lot that we have to do and want to do in and around Paris as well. But yeah, so I thought I would leave you here. They just started entry for the day for non-resort guests. So thank you so much for walking around Parc Disneyland. So Disneyland Paris, Disneyland Park. And I will be back in another video with a much shorter walk around Walt Disney Studios Park.
So thanks again for joining me, and until next time, enjoy the journey. Bye-bye.